Hello everyone, welcome to the Murphy Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I'm going to continue with Microsoft Excel 2010. In the last class we have covered chapter number 3 and 4 and today I will going to cover chapter number 5 and 6. So just take a quick recap of the last class, that is the yesterday's class of chapter number 4 and 5. In the last class we discussed how to format the cells and the worksheets. In that we have covered 6 topics from 3.1 to 3.6. First one is how to apply and modify the cell contents. So this is how we can modify the cell contents. We can change the style, we can change the size, we can change the color, we can underline the content. This is a font dialog box. Then we have also covered what are the types of formatting available. One is text wrapping, then alignment, then orientation. Then there are multiple options, means how to format the entire content, entire characters of a selected cell, or how to format some of the characters of a cell. In the same way, how to format the cell fields and how to use the borders in the cell. Then how to change the color of a selected cell, how to add the border. There are different steps available, and how to set the row height and the column width. By default, the row height have a 15 points and the column width of 8.4 characters. These are the steps available how to change the height of a selected row. Next, 3.2 is how to merge the or split the cells. Merging means simply merge all the cells together and combine into the one cell. This is how we can merge the horizontal cells, how we can merge the vertical cells. These are the steps available how to merge and how to split. 3.3 is how to create row and column titles, means how to give the title in the printed option, in the printout option, so that they are available to take the printout. These are the steps available how to take the printout. 3.4 is hide or unhide rows and columns, means how to hide the rows and how to unhide the rows and how to hide the columns and how to unhide the columns. These are the steps available. These are the steps available to unhide the rows or columns. 3.5 is how to manipulate page setup options for worksheets, means how to manipulate the page setup option that is available for taking the printout of the worksheet. Then how to use the margins, how to use the header and footer, and how to use the sheet. Then there are multiple steps available, means how to change the page margins, how to change the margins of the page that is available for printout, how to change the height of the header and footer, how to change the page orientation. Then we have also covered how to change multiple options together, like how to create and apply the cell style. There are different styles available for the cell and you can apply among these styles that are available for a cell. Means you can opt any type of style and apply for the cell. So that's all for chapter number 3, and we have also covered chapter number 4, that is managing worksheets and workbook, means how to manage the worksheets and how to manage the workbook in the Excel environment. There are 3 topics involved: 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. 4.1 is how to create and format the worksheets. 4.2 is how to manipulate the window views, and 4.3 is how to manipulate workbook views, means how to manipulate the worksheet window and the workbook views. So first one is how to create and format worksheets. This is how we can rename or we can give the tab colors. How we can copy, simply right click and then go to the move or copy. How to reposition a worksheet within a workbook, simply go to the workbook and click on the move or copy. How to unhide or hide a worksheet, how to assign a color to the worksheet tabs. Then 4.2 is how to manipulate the window views. There are different views available for the windows, like normal, page break preview, and the page layout preview. So how to move and how to split, how to freeze, how to unfreeze. Displaying the multiple windows in titled form, in horizontal form, in vertical form, in cascade form. These are the views available like normal view, page layout view, page preview. And how to display a standard worksheet view. There are different steps available, means how to zoom or unzoom the content. Then how to customize the worksheet environment, or how to hide or display the grid lines. These are the without the grid lines, these are with the grid lines. And how to change the zoom level. There are multiple zoom levels that are ranging from 10 to 400%. And how we can change, simply click on the zoom sorter button and we can change the percentage level from the up to the down. This is how to change the zoom level in 10% increment, how to change the zoom level dynamically. That's all for the yesterday session. Now today I'm going to cover with chapter number 5 and chapter number 6. So starting with chapter number 5. Chapter number 5 is applying formulas and functions. This is one of the important chapter of the MS Excel. As the name advises, applying formulas and functions means how to apply the formulas and how to apply the functions in the MS Excel. So let's start. This chapter includes 6 parts. 5.1 is how to create the formula. 5.2 is enforcing the precedence. Then apply cell reference in the formula. Then apply conditional logic in the formula. Then apply named ranges in the formula. Then last is 5.6 is apply cell ranges in formula. So there are total 6 topics starting from 5.1 and ending with 5.6. So let's start with 5.1, how to create the formula. Formulas are basically used as a value that can be used as a cell reference, names, mathematical operators and functions. Means we can use the formula as a mathematical operators, cell reference, names or any other function that are used for the calculation purpose. In simple terms, formulas are used for calculation purpose. Suppose I want to add two numbers, then I can use the formula. That is the formula name is sum formula or the sum function. So we can say either formula or we can say either function. There are multiple functions available. First of all, see what the theory said. A function can be thought of a service provided by the Excel to do a specific task. Means it is a service that is provided by the MS Excel to perform a specific task. This task might be to perform a math operation, to make a decision based on information, or to perform an action to do the task. A formula is always indicated by the function name followed by a set of parentheses. This is one of the important line. It is always followed by a set of parentheses. These are the parentheses available. For most functions, argument inside the parentheses either tell the function what to do or indicates the value that the function is to work with. An argument can be a value that you can enter, a cell reference, a range reference, a name or even another function. Means an argument can be changed from one location to the another by using the different values, different functions, different numbers. There are multiple functions available. Some of the functions are described in the table. First one is sum function, and the description is it totals a set of number, means it adds a set of number, that is a description part. Then argument is number 1, number 2 and number 255. Means there are total maximum of number 255 numbers. We can use either 1, 2, 3, 4 and up to the 255. Means we can add up to the 255 numbers. Either we can add 2 numbers, either we can add 3 numbers and so on till 255. And some functions always adds the function, means add the value, addition of the values in a specified manner. Then another function is count function. The description is it counts the number of cells that have numbers. It only counts the number of cells that have only numbers. It does not count the cells that have a text. Means it only counts the cells that have a number, that is in numeric form. And its argument ranging from same value 1, value 2 till value 255. Means there are maximum 255 argument in an Excel formula or function. Then another function is count a function. It counts the number of cells that are not empty. Means it calculates the number of cells whether they contain the text as well as they contain the number, but it is not empty, means that contains some value. It may be text, it may be numbers, it may be symbols. But count functions only counts the number of cells that are numbers. So this is the main difference. Count is count all the cells that have a number, text, symbols, and so on. But count function only counts the cells that have a number only. Right. Then another function is average function. It averages a set of numbers. Means it gives the average for a set of numbers. Average means addition of a number and divided by the total number of arguments available. Means first of all it adds the number. It adds the number means it calculates the addition of all the numbers, and then it divided the calculation part. It divided the aggregate total by the total specified or total digits. Then there is a minimum function, that is min function. It finds a minimum value in a set of numbers. Suppose I have 5 numbers, and if I am using the minimum function, min function, then it calculates the minimum value. It finds out the minimum value out of the 5 numbers. So it says find the minimum value in a set of numbers. Set of numbers means range of numbers. Then maximum function is it finds the maximum value in a set of numbers. It finds the maximum out of the total numbers available. Suppose I am giving 5 numbers, so it calculates the maximum value which is among the set of numbers, and the arguments are ranging from number 1, number 2, and until number 255. Last line says each of these functions takes up to 255 arguments. As I told you, there are maximum 255 arguments. Each argument can be a range or name reference and can refer to thousands of values. So these are the functions that is available in the Excel. These are the basic functions. There are so many other functions also, but these are the basic functions like sum, count, countate, average, min, max. So these are the 5 or 6 important functions that are available in MS Excel. In the previous table, any argument specified as a number can be a number that is entered directly. A text representation of a number inside of a quotation mark, means text are always represented in a quotation mark when treated as a number. A cell reference, a range reference, or a named reference. Any cells that have a text which can't be translated to a number, that are empty or that have an error, are simply ignored by the function. Means the text which are not used are simply ignored by the function. Then these are the 2 dialog boxes available. One is function argument, another one is also function argument. Whenever I want to select any cell, simply click on this button and select the range of cells, and automatically the range cell reference will come over here, over here, over here. Means this is a button that is used for giving the cell reference in a manual way. Next, to sum values in a cell range, means how to sum the values in a cell range. First step says select the cell immediately below or to the right of the values you want to total. Means first of all select the cell for which you want to calculate the total of a values. Then go to the home tab. In the editing group, go to the editing group, click the auto sum button, or on the formula bar in the function library group, click the auto sum button. Means auto sum button will always appear either at the editing group or at the formula tab in the function library group. Then third point says verify that the cell range displayed in the formula is correct, and then press enter. So it specify or verify whether the cell range displayed in the formula is correct or not. These are the 3 steps available. Either you can use these 3 steps, or you can use the another step that is available in the OR option. First one says select the cell in which you want to place the total. First of all select the cell where the output comes. Then second point says go to the formula tab in the function library group, click the math and trig function. This is the mathematical and trigonometric functions button. Then in the list, click on the sum function. In the function argument box, enter the cell range you want to total and then click OK. Now let's see in a practical way how to sum the values in a cell range. Suppose I am feeding the data. I want to calculate the sum of the above number. Simply select the cell. Select the cell. Then says home, go to the home tab or the formula tab. Go to the home tab. This is the auto sum button. Simply click on this. So simply click on this auto sum, then automatically range will cover or range will select. Then simply press the enter key to calculate the formula. I pressed enter key. Then automatic the output means the addition of the cells A1 to A9 will cover. This is the formula in the formula bar. Automatic formula count. A1 to A9 means addition of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Addition is 54. Either I can go in the home tab, click on this one, or go to the formula bar and click on the auto sum button. Suppose I delete that formula, go to the formula bar, click on the auto sum and click on auto sum and then press enter. 54 comes. Or you can go to the math and trigger functions, go to the sum, search for a sum, give the range. I can select the range. I am repeating again. First of all, go to the math and trigger function, go to the sum function. This is the sum function. Click on this button, click on the range. If I click on range, then when I press OK, then automatically the output will cover up. This will show an error. Let's see what's happened. Go to the sum. Click on this one. Click on this one. Click on this one. A1 to A9. Output is 0. Why 0? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Output is over here. Go to the math and trig. Go to the sum. Use the formula A1 to A9. OK. Press OK and 54 will arrive. Last time my mistaken is that I select the cell A9, but I want to select the empty cell for the formula to be taken place. So this is how we can use the formula, and we can use formula bar, or we can also use the sum function. If I delete this one, go to the auto sum, automatically it sum, go to the sum and press enter, automatically it adds the number. Right. Now let's see next slide. Next slide says how to count the cells containing numeric values. As I told you, when I want to calculate the cells that contains only numeric value, then I can use count function. But if I want to use the empty cell or the cells that have a value that contain text as well as the number, then I can use the count A option or count A function. So there is a difference between count and count A. Count means simply counts the number of cells that have a number. Count A counts the number of cells that have a number as well as the text. This says select the cell immediately below or to the right of range within which you want to count the cells containing numeric values. Then go to the formula tab. In the function library group, click the auto sum arrow and then in the list click count number. Means go to the formula tab, click on the function library group and click on the auto sum arrow and in the list click on the count numbers. Then third point is verify that the cell range displayed in the formula is correct. If you satisfied that the formula enter is correct, then simply press the enter key. Or there are multiple steps available. First one is select the cell in which you want to place the count. On the formula tab in the function library group, same, second point is same. Go to the formula tab, go to the function library group, click the more function button, point to the stats function, and then in the list click on the count function. In the formula function argument box, enter the cell range within which you want to calculate non-empty cell and then click on the OK button. Means you have two options, either go to the formula tab, go to the function library group, click on the auto sum arrow and then choose count, or you can also use go to the stats function and then click on the count function. Now let's see in a practical way. Suppose I want to calculate the output over here of all the above cells. Means I want to calculate the count for all these cells from A1 to A10. So let's see, go to the formula bar, go to the auto sum, click on the count number. These are already available. Simply press enter. This says 10 because there are 10 cells that contains only numeric values. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9, A10. But these are the empty cells. So this does not include in the count function. Count function only includes the non-empty cells that have only numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are the tens number. And the formula is count A1 to A14. Even though the range is A1 to A14, but the non-empty cells is from A1 to A10. So this says number 10. Another option is that go to the stats function. These are the different types of functions available. Go to these functions or go to the more functions, statistical functions, and then click on the count function. This is the count function and you have to specify the range. Suppose I want to specify only this range. Press OK. Then the output is 18 because it adds both the formulas. But this is not the correct way. We add both the formulas. Then place the cursor over here. Place the cursor over here. Again go to the more functions, stats function. Press the count function. It specify for the value. Click on this one. Uses only A1 to A5. Click on this one. Press OK. Then the output is 5 because it is from A1 to A5. A1 to A5, how many cells? Only 5 cells. So it displays the 5 out of the 10. So this means count functions only counts the numeric value cells that are non-empty. It does not include the empty cells that have a blank values or a blank cells. Now let's see next slide. So this is how we can use the formula like sum function, average function, multiply function, that is product function, minimum function, maximum function, and the count function. So there is thin line difference between count and count A. Count A counts only the cells that are non-empty and that contains numeric values, numeric values, but count A counts the non-empty cells that have a number as well as the text. Now next topic is 5.2 enforcing precedence. Precedence means how to use the numbers, how to calculate the number in a sequence. Means first of all uses the arrow or the percentage, then uses a multiply. There is a term known as BODMAS which we are using in the mathematics. BODMAS, that is bracket open, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. In the same way, when I'm using the Excel, Microsoft Excel, there are some precedence, there are some priorities for the functions. So this topic says how to enforce the priority or the precedence for a functions. A formula can involve multiple types of calculations. Unless you specify another order of precedence, Excel evaluates formula content and process calculation in this order. This line says Excel always processes the calculation in the order which is given in the 8 points. First is reference operator. Means first of all the colon operator is specified or used, then space, comma, symbols. Then negation means this is a negation sign such as -1. Then percentage sign, this is a percentage symbol. Then exponential means the raising to a power symbol. Suppose 2 as a power 2. So this will be used at the fourth point. Then multiplication and division, this is a multiplication sign, this is a division sign. Then addition and subtraction, plus, minus. Then concatenation. Concatenation is basically used to concatenate or to connect or to merge two strings. Suppose I want to add two numbers, that is numeric numbers. Simply uses the sum formula. But if I want to use or I want to add concatenate two strings, that is two texts, then I can use the concatenate function, concatenate formula, so that two texts will merge or combine with each other. Then last one is comparison. Comparison include equals to, less than, greater than, and double equals to. So these are the 8 formulas, 8 precedents that is available in Excel for calculating the formulas. Then 5.3 is how to apply cell references in the formula. Means how to apply the references that is available for the formula. Reference means it allows you to make in a formula to the contents of the worksheet cell is either a relative reference, absolute reference, or a mixed reference. Means there are 3 types of references in the Excel. First one is relative reference, second one is absolute reference, then there is a mixed reference. A relative reference automatically changes when it drags from one cell to the another cell. Means whenever I am writing the formula, so it automatically changes from one location to another location. But in absolute reference, the formula does not change. It will be the fixed formula and it will not change when we drag from one location to the another location. And there is a mixed reference, means mixture of absolute and the relative reference. Means some part, some cell, or the one cell I can fix, that is using the absolute formula, and the another cell I am using is the relative reference. That automatically change when we drag from one location to another location. These are the cell references that is available in Excel for using the functions or the formulas. So these are the different types of references. A relative reference to a cell takes the form A1. Let's see example. Whenever we copy a formula that refers to the cell A1, one row down changes the A1 to automatically A2. Means whenever we drag, then A1 is automatically changes to the A2. And when we copy the formula to the another column, then automatically A1 is converted into the B1. A1 is converted into the B1 and A2 is converted into the B2. In the same way, in absolute reference, it does not change. It is always preceded by the $sign, indicates an absolute reference to column A and an absolute reference to row 1. Because A means column 1 and the 1 means row 1. When you copy or fill a formula from the original cell to other cells, an absolute reference does not change. So this is the main difference. In the relative reference, when we drag the cells, then the reference automatically changes. But in absolute reference, the automatically does not change. It will be fixed and fixed for the entire number of cells. Then there is a mixed reference. It is a combination of the absolute and the relative. Refers absolutely to one part of the reference and relatively to the other. Means it is a combination of the relative and the absolute reference. Now let's see in a practical way. This is the example for the absolute reference and the relative. This is when we are using the $sign, then this is a absolute reference, and if there is no $sign, this is a relative reference. Next is how to relative reference. Simply use the A1 key or A1 formula. How to use the absolute? Simply uses the $A, $1. Now let's see in a practical way. Suppose I'm writing some values like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm using the formula equals to A1 into A2. Right. If I press enter, the output is 6 because 2 into 3. A1 contains 2 and the A1 contains 2 and the A2 contains 3. So the output is 2 into 3. That is A1 2, A2 3, 2 into 3 is 6. This is a relative reference. Now let's see what is the usage of relative reference. If I drag the cell, this is the dragging, automatically the value 20 appears. Why? Now the formula is changes automatically. Now it is converted into B1 into B2. Means A1 is converted into B1 and A2 is converted into B2. So now output is 4 into 5. And now when we drag to the C3, then it is 42. Why? It is C1 into C2. Because C1 contains 6 and the C2 contains 7. So the output is 42. So this is known as the relative reference. Means whenever we drag the cell, then the formula automatically changes. This is known as the relative reference. Now let's see the example of absolute reference. Simply uses the $sign in front of the rows and the columns. If I press enter, the output will be same, that is 6. But if I drag it, the output remains the same because this is a absolute reference. It does not change when we drag the cell from one place to the another cell. In the same way, it will be the 6. So this is known as absolute reference. Now 5.4 is apply conditional logic in formulas. Means how to apply the conditional formulas, conditional logic that is available in the if then else formula. There is one term that is known as if then else. If the condition is true, then the output is true. If condition is false, then the value for the false value will appear. Means if then else. First of all, in if we give the conditions like 3 is greater than 4. This condition is true, then gives the statement part. Otherwise, it gives the else part. Now, let's see in a practical way. This is more clear by using the example. This is the if function. Simply uses the if function. This says logical test. That is your statement. I am writing if 3 is greater than 4. If the value is true, I know value is not true, but if I want to give the argument, I have to give the argument. If value is true, print true. If value is false, print false. If I am using this formula, then the output is false. Why? I am writing again, using again because that does not contain an empty cell. 3 is greater than 5 or 4, then true, otherwise false. If I press OK, then the output is false. Why? Because condition is not true. 3 is not greater than the 4. 3 is always less than the 4. So this condition is not true that 3 is less than, so 3 is greater than 4. If I reverse my condition, if I am writing 4 is greater than 3, press enter, then this is true value because now condition is true. 4 is greater than 3, then the output is first one. Value if true is true, value if false is 4. So this is how we can use the if then else formula. If else formula means first of all give the logical test. If the condition is true, then the first value will arrive. If the condition is false, then the second value will arrive in the cell. Right. So this is how we can use the conditional formatting. Next, 5.5 is apply name ranges in formulas. Means how to apply the name range in the formula. These are the steps available. The main thing is that we can use the cells or the range of a cell as a name. Suppose I am doing something, I am creating a table and I want to create or I want to give the name of whole table as a table. Simply give the name that is used to define a selected cell or range of cells as a named range. In the name box at the right end of the formula bar, enter the name and then press enter. So this is the simplest way. Or go to the formula tab, go to the define name group, click the define name button. Means first of all go to the formula tab, click on the define name group and then click on the define name button. Then in the new name dialog box, enter the name in the name box. In the scope list, click the workbook to define the name range for the entire workbook, or click a specific worksheet name. Means there are multiple options. There are comment box in which you have to write the notes and then verify that the range of cells is correct, then press the OK button. Then automatically name will arrive. Now let's see how to give the name in a practical way. Suppose I want to give the name of these tables. Go to the formula tab, go to the define name, go to the define name. This is a dialog box. Suppose I am writing a name table. Scope means only sheet 1, sheet 2 means entire workbook, or I can say comment says that this is my table and the range is this already selected. When I press OK, then this will be the name for this table. If I am using it, this is the table name that is available for the table. That is used for this part. So this is how we can give the range of cells as a name. If I want to change the name, click on apply or click on the name manager. Click on name manager, you can edit the name. For example, table 1. Okay, so this is now table 1 that contains 2, 4, 6, 3, 5, 7, 6, 6, 6. And this is a comment. This is my table. So this is how we can give the name to a range of cells. Range of cells means a collection of cells. Next, how to change the name? As I told you, go to the name manager, click on the edit and the name will be changed. How to delete the name? Go to the name manager, simply delete. Then this will ask a pop-up. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. Then the name will be deleted. This is how we can edit and delete the name. Then 5.6 is apply cell ranges in formulas. Means how to apply the cell range in the formula. As I told you, click on the button, uses the cursor and then drag till which you want to meet the cell range and then press enter. That will be the usage for the range of the cells. These are the steps available to relatively reference. As I told you, relative reference, this is A1 to B3. Then absolute reference, if I'm using the absolute, then $A, $1, colon, $B, $3. Colon means from A1 to B3. This is from A1 to B3. Let's take an example. Suppose I want to use a formula that is sum. If I want to use a symbol, simply use it and drag like this. If I am using A1 to C1, then the range is A1 to C1. If I am using A1 to B1, then the range is A1 to B1. If I am using A1 to C3, then the range is A1 to C3. When I press enter, then the output is 45, means the addition of all the things. So this is known as the range, or this is known as the cell ranges in the formula. This is the formula, sum is the formula, and this is the cell range. Cell range means from A1 to C3. So this is A1 until C3. If I want to change the range, simply uses A1 to B1. This is 6, means addition of 2 and 4, because A1 to B1 is 2 and 4, that is 6. So this is how we can use the cell ranges in the formula. So that's all for chapter number 5. Now let's take 5 to 10 minutes break and come back, and then I will start with chapter number 6, that is presenting data visually. So let's take 5 to 10 minutes break. Now let's start with chapter number 6, that is presenting data visually. As the name advises, presenting data visually means how to present the data in a Excel or in a Word environment. This chapter contains 4 parts. First one is create charts based on the worksheet data. Means the data which I am filling in the worksheets, create the charts based on the worksheet data that is available. Then apply and manipulate illustrations. Illustration means examples. Then how to apply and manipulate the illustrations. Then how to create and modify the images, and how to insert the images, clip art, word art. Last 6.4 is how to apply the spark lines. There is an important term that is known as spark line, that is used for line, column or the row. Now let's start with first, that is creating charts based on the worksheets data. Charts are very important tool for data analysis or data analysis. Means we can analyze the data on the basis of the chart. For example, I want to show the company details or the company format that is used for giving the presentation, means the company growth for the financial year 2013-14. So that can be represented by using the chart. So these are the very important tool for data analysis and are therefore a common component of certain type of worksheets. You can easily plot selected data as charts to make it easy to identify trends and relationships that might not be obvious from the data itself. Different types of charts are available, and these are the categories of chart. There are total 11 types of charts. First one is column chart, that is used to show the variations in the value over time or comparisons. Then there is a line chart that is used to show the multiple charted trends over evenly spaced intervals. Then there is a pie chart. Pie chart is used to represent the different components of a single item, that is non-negative, non-zero, no more than 7 values. There is a bar chart, there is an area chart, there is a scatter chart that represents or that shows correlation between independent items. Then there is a stock, surface, .NET chart that shows the percentage assigned to different components of more than one item. Then there is a bubble chart that correlates the different or independent item. Then there is a radar chart that is used to show the component radiating from a center point. These are the 11 types of chart that is available in the Excel environment. Now let's see how to plot the chart. These are the different categories of charts like template, column, line, pie, bar, area, XY, stock, surface, .NET, bubble, radar. To plot selected data at chart, you have to do is specify the chart type. If the type of chart you initially selected does not adequately depict your data, you can change the type at any time. This is the important part. Means you can change the type of the chart at any point of time. There are total 11 charts that are available using 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional variations. So this is how we can categorize, or we can give the data range for the creation of the chart. This says how to plot selected data as a chart on the worksheet. First of all, there is some tip. Before plotting the data, ensure that it is correctly set up for the type of chart you want to create. Means first of all the data is correct, then only the chart is correct. For example, a pie chart can display only one data series. It contains only one data series, not more than one data series. Then how to plot? Go to the insert tab, go to the charts group, click the button of the chart that you want, and then click a subtype. Means go to the insert tab, go to the charts group. There are multiple charts available, and you can select the subtype from the button of a chart or the chart button. Then how to change the type of selected chart? Go to the chart tool design contextual tab. In the type group, click the change chart type button. In the change chart type dialog box, click a new type. Means a new type, whatever you want to change, click a new type and then subtype and then click on the OK part. Now, let's see in a practical way. Suppose I want to draw the chart for this table. Go to the insert. This is a chart group. You won't have to select any one chart, and these are the different subtypes available. So this is the chart for this rows 1, 2, 3. This is the 1, 2, 3. And you can change the designing from this. You can use this one. You can use this one. You can use this one. This one, this one, this one. Means you can use any type of chart that you want, any type of modification, any type of formatting. Then how to change the type of selected chart? Simply go to the design or layout tab. Then there is a chart title, shapes, format. You can change the format, you can change the designing, change the chart type. You can use now area chart. Click on the bar chart, press on OK. That pie chart will automatically convert it into the area chart. Means at any point of time, if you want to change the chart type, simply click on the design part of the chart tools, go to the change chart type, click on any one chart, click on the subtype, press the OK button. Then automatically the area, the chart will be changed at any point of time. Suppose I want this one, simply uses this one for representation of the chart. Next, how to switch rows and columns in a selected chart. On the design contextual tab in the data group, click the switch rows and columns. Or in the design contextual tab in the data group, click the select data button. Or right click the chart border or data area, then click select data. In the select data source dialog box, click switch rows and column and then click OK. For example, I want to change. Simply click this one and click on the select data. You can switch the rows and columns by clicking on this one. Press on OK. If I want to switch, select data, switch rows and columns, switch this one, OK. In the same way, this says go to the design contextual tab. This is the contextual tab. Click on switch rows and columns like this. The effect will be seen. If I click, the changes will be reflected in the chart. Then next one is how to apply the layout and the styles. You can apply predefined combination of layouts. Means predefined layouts are available and styles are available to quickly format a chart. You can also apply a shape style to the chart area to set it off from the rest of the sheet. Means you can change the layout and the style at any time of the chart. How to change? Go to the chart tools design contextual tab. This is a chart tool design contextual tab. Go to the chart layout gallery and then click the layout you want. Then how to apply a style to a selected chart? Click on the design contextual tab. Go to the chart style gallery, click the style you want. This is how to change the layout. This is how to change the style. This is how to apply a shape style to a selected chart. Go to the chart tools format contextual tab in the shape styles gallery, click the style you want. Means simply click the style that you want for the chart. Now let's see in a practical way. This is a design menu. This is a chart layout. Means there are different layouts available. This is the chart styles. If I'm using this one, this one. If I'm using this one, this is at the bottom. If I'm using this one, this is at the top. If I'm using this one, this is at the top. And we can use any style like I'll show you this one, or this one. Right. So this is how we can change the layout and the styles of the chart. Simply go to the chart tool. This is the chart layout. These are the chart styles. Then next topic is how to move and size the chart. You can move the chart at any point of time to the new sheet, that is chart 1 sheet, or the object in the sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Means at any time you can move the chart to any of the sheets that is available in the workbook, or you can create the new sheet for the chart, that is chart 1. The charts you create often don't appear when you want them on a worksheet, and then they are often too big or too small to adequately show their data. You can at any time move and size a chart by using simple dragging techniques. If you prefer to display a chart on its own sheet instead of embedding in the worksheet containing its data, you can simply move it. You can also move it to the any existing worksheet in the workbook. As I told you, you can use either one of the options, either using the new sheet for the chart or the insert the chart as an object in any sheet that is available in the workbook. How to move? Click on the chart tools design conceptual tab, go to the location group, click the move chart button. Then click the new sheet and give the name of the sheet and then press OK. Then how to move a selected chart to a different sheet? In the same way I told you, click on the new sheet. This is a different sheet that is available. Click object in. This is the object in. Right. Now let's see in a practical way. First of all, go to the chart tool. This is design. Click on the location. Click on the move. This is the same box. If you want to create a new worksheet, this is a new chart 1 sheet. Right. Now if you want to move to the object in sheet 3, click on OK. Now there is no chart 1 sheet, there is only sheet 3. Sheet 1 no data, no chart. Sheet 2 no chart. Sheet 3 contains a chart because I embed the chart in sheet 3 as an object. Right. You can also give the name like chart of a table. Press OK. So this is chart of a table and there is a new sheet that is only available for the chart. So this is how you can move or copy the charts from the Excel workbook. Next, editing the data means how to edit the data when the chart has already appeared or already created. A chart is linked to its worksheet data, so any changes you make to the plotted data are immediately reflected in the chart. If you add or delete a values in the data series or add or remove the data entries, you need to increase or decrease the range of plotted data in the worksheet. Means whenever I made the changes in this table, that it automatically reflects in this chart. How to edit? In the linked Excel worksheet, change the plotted values. Then how to change the range of plotted values in the worksheet? In the linked Excel sheet, drag the corner handles of the series selector until they enclose the series you want to plot. Now let's see in a practical way how to change. Suppose I'm changing this value, this is 10. Then look over here, automatically chart will change. If I press 20, automatically chart value will change. If I use 88, then automatically this chart value will change. If I use, then automatically this chart value will change. Like this one. If I'm using this one to 10, then automatically the chart value will change. If I'm using this to 11, automatically this value will change. So this is how we can change the data and automatically the chart will change. Next is how to configure chart elements, means how to use the chart elements. To augment the usefulness or the attractiveness of a chart, you can add elements such as title. So this is the title. Where is the title? This is axis title. Axis labels. These are the axis labels like October, and the title is sales in dollars. Data table. So this is a data labels or tables. This is a grid line. These are the grid lines. This is the chart title. Monthly sales by category. So this is the grid line. This is the chart title, that is monthly sales by category. This is the data label. This is the legends. This is the access label. This is the access title. This is how we can configure, we can identify the chart elements. How to add a chart title? How to add a chart title? Go to the chart tools layout contextual tab. In the labels group, click on the chart title button. Then in the title gallery, click the option you want. Select the placeholder title, replace it with the one you want. Means simply go to the chart tools layout contextual tab. In the labels group, click on the chart title button. Go to the design, go to the chart title. This is the chart title button. This is how we can use the contextuals. This is the chart title. You can use the chart title over here like this one. You can use the above the chart. You can use none, means none is appear. There are more type options. You can use the border color and so on. Then there is a access titles. This is a access title. This is the access title that is available. This is the access title. Then there is a legends. Legends means this series 1, series 2, series 3, which denotes the values in the chart. At bottom, this is at bottom, this is at right, this is at right, this is at right, this is at top, this is at top, this is at left, this is at left. So this is how we can use the data labels. This is centered, this is the data label, 88 values like this one. This is 88 values, 88 values, 2020, this is 2020, 10 11 7, 10 11 7, 2 4 10, 2 4 10. Inside base, this is inside base, this is at the center, this is at the inside end, this is outside end. This is 2 4 10, 2 4 10, 10 11 7, 10 11 7, 2020 88, 2020 88. Then data table, show the data table also. This is the table. These are the tables available: 2 4 10, 10 11 7, 2020 2088. These are the legends, series 1, series 2, series 3. So this is how we can change the layout of the chart. Then how to display data labels? As I showed you, go to the layout contextual tab, go to the labels group, click the data labels button. Then second point says in the data labels gallery, click show to display the value of each data point on its marker. Then how to display or hide the grid lines? Simply go to the layout contextual tab. In the access group, click the grid lines button. In the grid lines button, you have to apply either primary grid lines, horizontal grid lines, major grid lines, minor grid lines, and so on. So that's all for chart. Now 6.2 is apply and manipulate illustrations. So till now we have covered first topic of chapter number 6, that is chart. There are total 11 types of charts. Now 6.2 is apply and manipulate illustrations. First topic is how to inserting and formatting clip art. Means how to insert clip art and how to format the clip art. You can use royalty-free clip art object to add visual interest to worksheets. Means these clip arts are freely available and you can change, you can use it for your visual effects. How to locate and insert a clip art? Go to the insert tab, means click on the insert tab, go to the illustration group, click on the clip art button. Then second point says in the clip art pane, enter a keyword in the search for box and then click on the go to. We can search for the flower, we can search for the computer, we can search for the book, means we can search anything and simply press the go to, then automatically the figures clip art for the name which I given in the box appears. Then third point says in the result list click the thumbnail of the image you want. So these are the three steps available how to locate and insert a clip art. Now let's see. Go to the insert. This is the illustration group. This is the clip art. Search for a computer or search for a flower. Press go to. These are the flowers available. Click on this. Click on insert. Click on this. Click on insert. Then this will appear. We can resize. We can resize according to our requirement. We can change, we can increase, decrease the pictures, we can format the picture by giving the brightness. This is more bright, this is less bright, contrast. This is how we can insert the clip art. First of all, go to the insert. In the illustration, go to the clip art, search for the item you want. If I am using computer, press the go button. These are the images available for computer. Simply select the cell, use this one. This is the computer option. So this is how we can use the clip art. Next is how to temporarily store a clip art image on the Microsoft Office clipboard. Clipboard is the place where the cut and copied items are stored. Means whatever we cut and or copy the text or any part of the Excel worksheet that will shown in the clipboard. So clipboard is a temporary area which shows all the cut and copied text. Now this is the topic how to temporarily store a clip art image on the Microsoft Office clipboard. Simply in the clip art pane, point to the image, click the arrow that appears and then click copy. When we copy the image, that automatically goes to the clip art. Now let's see. Suppose I want this figure to be go to the clip art. Click on this, press the copy button. Then automatically it will go to the clipboard. Then next topic is inserting and modifying smart art diagrams. There are different diagrams available that are known as smart art diagrams that is used for giving the attractive look or the attractive font to the styles. When you create a worksheet that includes details of a process such as project schedule, you might want to create a accompanying diagram to illustrate the process visually. You can create professional looking business diagram by using the smart art graphic feature. Means this is a feature that is available for the business to visually represent their data by, let's say example, if a company wants to show their hierarchy, then it will be shown by using the smart art diagrams. There are multiple predefined diagrams that are available in the Excel environment, so we can use it and simply change the content, and we can use for showing the memory hierarchy or the company hierarchy, any term which I am using. Suppose I want to show a cycle of the person, then it will show by using the smart art diagrams. So this is how we can use the diagram. Research, concept, customer feedback, spatial, alpha development, test, key client beta, spatial update, release, public update, and then final. So this is how we can represent the data. How to insert a diagram? Go to the insert tab, same tab, insert tab, go to the illustration group, then click the smart art button. Means simply first of all go to the insert tab, then click on the illustration group and then click on the smart art button. Second point says on the left pane of choose a smart art graphic dialog box, click the type of diagram you want. Means simply click on the diagram which you want. In the center pane, click the layout you want and then click on the OK button. Now next topic is how to add text to a diagram shape. Now I'm inserting the diagram, but I want to change the content, or I want to change the text or add the text in the diagram. With the diagram selected, select the shape and then enter the text. In the text pane, click the bullet for the shape and then enter the text. Let's see in a practical way how to insert a diagram. Now I'm using this sheet. Go to the insert, go to the smart art. These are the diagrams available: list diagrams, process diagrams, cycle diagrams, hierarchy diagrams, relationship diagrams. There are multiple diagrams available: matrix diagram, pyramid diagram, picture diagram. Suppose I'm using this one, press on OK. So this is the diagram, and this is how we can add the text. Suppose this is primary memory. Next, this is secondary memory. This is registers. Right. This is how we can show in a pyramid style. This is primary, this is secondary, this is primary, secondary registers. In the same way, I can change the different layouts. These are the layouts. This is the color layout. Change color. This is the color. I can use any shape. So this is how we can insert the smart art. Now, next is how to change the layout of a selected diagrams. First of all, a diagram will be selected and inserted. Now, how to change the layout? First one says to switch to a layout in the same diagram category on the Smart Art Tools Design contextual tab in the Layout group, click the layout you want. To switch to a layout in different diagram category on the Design contextual tab in the Layouts gallery, click More Layouts, which I told you just right now that how to change the layout. Simply go to the Layout button and choose the layout which you want. Then how to delete a shape? Click the shape and then press the delete key. How to change the color scheme? Go to the Smart Art Styles group, click the change color button and then click the color scheme you want. Now let's see. Go to this one, click on this one. This is a change color options design. This is a change color. You can change the color. Suppose I'm using this one. This is the color, and this is the styles available. I'm using this. There are multiple styles available. I can use any styles. These are the layouts available. This layout, this layout, this layout, this layout. Right. So this is how we can insert the smart art. So second topic is also over, how to insert the chart, first one, then how to insert the diagrams, then how to insert the smart arts, how to insert the clip art. Now, next topic is how to insert and formatting the shapes. There are different shapes available in the Excel environment. We can insert and format the shapes as per our requirement. To emphasize an important area of a worksheet, you can draw shapes such as arrows to which you want to add text, such as assumptions or warnings. You can format a shape by changing its style, color or outline. Means you can simply change the style of the shape. You can add text to a shape or format the text by using the normal formatting techniques or word art styles, or by specifying the fill, outline and effects to be applied to the text. Means you can simply use the different styles available, different shapes available, and you can format that shapes as per your requirement. How to draw a standard shape? Go to the Insert tab, go to the Illustration group, click the Shapes button. In the Shapes gallery, click the shape that you want and then do one of the following. Click anywhere on the page, means click anywhere where you want to insert a shape. Drag anywhere on the page to draw a shape the size you want. Means simply uses the Insert tab, go to the Illustration group, click on the Shape button. Then click anywhere and then drag through the cursor, then automatically shape will appear and you can change the size, modify the size as per your requirement. Then next one says how to add text to a selected shape. Click the shape and then enter the text. Then simply click on the shape which you have inserted and then click and then insert the text. In the same way, right click the shape, click on the edit text and then enter the text. Now let's see. Go to the insert, go to the illustration, go to the shapes. Suppose I am using this shape. Simply drag, this shape will be inserted. Right click, edit text and you can insert the text. This is my file. This is how we can insert the shapes. I am repeating again. Choose any shape like this one. Move the cursor and the shape will be inserted. You can resize the shape. You can resize, you can increase the size, you can edit the text, double click on it or you can edit the text. You can change the styles, there are different styles available. These are the styles available. You can change the color, you can change the format, other themes. This is the black and white. This is the black and white, right? And if you want to add the content or delete the content, if you want to apply the formatting, this formatting will apply in the you can increase or decrease the font like this one. Means you can do any kinds of modification by using the shape button, simply using the shape. Suppose I want to draw a plus, simply drag, a plus will insert it. If I want to use heart, simply press and the heart will be inserted. You have to fill the color like this. This is how we can draw a standard shape. Next, how to change a selected shape to another shape. Go to the Format Contextual tab. In the Insert Shape group, click the Edit Shape button and then point to Change Shape and then click the shape you want. Means simply go to the Insert Shape group. In the Illustration group, click the Edit Shape button and then point to the Change Shape and then click the shape as you want. Then next one says how to format a selected shape. On the Format Contextual tab, do any of the following. In the Shapes Style Gallery, click the built-in style you want, as I told you. Or in the Shape Style group, in the Shape Fill, Shape Outline and the Shape Effect Gallery, click the settings you want. Means in simple terms, if I am using this one, these are the formats available. You can use the styles, you can use the shape styles, you can use the color, you can increase the font, you can edit the shape, you can change the shape at any point of time. So this is how we can insert the shapes and modify the shapes. Last topic, that is 6.3, is how to create and modify the images. This is how we can create the images, how we can insert the images. Go to the Insert tab. In the Illustration group, click the Picture button and then insert the image. Now let's see. Go to the Insert, go to the Picture button and you can insert any picture. These are the pictures available. Click on Insert, then the picture will be inserted. You can increase or decrease the size of the picture. If you want to cut, paste over here, cut. This is how we can insert the pictures. Then how to move a picture? Drag the picture to a new location. Means simply drag the picture. If I am dragging this, this is how we can drag the picture. Then next topic is how to apply the spark lines. Spark lines are the miniature charts or the small charts that summarize the worksheet data in a single cell. whatever I am creating the chart that is available in more than one cell. But if I want to create a chart in only one cell, single cell, then I am using the sparkline. Excel 2010 includes three types of sparklines: line, column, bin, and loads. A line or column sparkline resemble a chart of the same type. A win or loss sparkline indicates whether each data point is positive, zero, or negative.
Some of those sites. Don't just go there with it and then we don't have. So you can give us those sites, then we can prioritize those sites and then.
There are multiple sparklines available. Depending on the sparkline type, you can use any one, either first point, last point, high point, low point, or the negative points. You can apply any kinds of formatting or styles by using the sparkline. This is the sparkline. This is sparkline. This is sparkline. This is sparkline. How to create? Select the data you want to summarize. Go to the Insert tab. Go to the sparkline group. Click the button of the type of the sparkline you want to create. Then in the Create Sparkline dialog box, verify that the data range is correct. When the data range is correct, simply press the OK. Then in the single cell, the sparkline box, sparkline diagram will appear. Let's see in a practical way. Suppose I'm using this one. Go to the Insert tab, go to the Illustration group. This is the sparkline. If I'm using line sparkline, select the range. If I'm using this range, and this is the location range, means where you want to insert the chart. Press on. This is the chart. This is the line sparkline. I can use any format. This is the format. I'm repeating again. Select the range, go to the insert, go to the sparkline, use the column. This automatically comes because this is already selected. Location range means where you want to insert. This location range means where you want to insert. Click on OK. Click on OK. This is the column sparkline. I can change the format like this one. If I'm using this, select the range, go to the insert, go to the sparkline. This is win or loss, automatically selected. Click on this one, OK button. This is automatically win or loss line. I can use this one or this one. This is how we can use the sparkline tools. So that's all for the today's session. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please text the questions. But before giving the question, just take a quick recap of the topics which we have covered today only. Now let's see in a hurry way. First of all, we have started with chapter number 5, that is applying the formulas and the functions. There are multiple functions available. We can use that. There are multiple six topics are available in this chapter. 5.1 is how to create the formulas. There are multiple formulas available like sum, count, count A, average, min, max. Then how to use the formula. There are multiple steps available. How to count the cell by using the count function. 5.2 is how to enforce the precedence. There are multiple precedence available for the formula by ranging from 1 to 8 values. Then how to apply the cell references in the formula. There are 3 types of cell reference. One is relative, then absolute, then mixed reference. Then how to apply the conditional logic. There is a term that is if then else. That is a conditional logic in formulas. Then next is how to apply the name range in formula. These are the steps available, how to change, how to give the name, how to delete the names. Then 5.6 is how to apply the cell ranges in formulas. Means how to give the cell range to the formula so that output will come according to the cell range. These are the steps available. This is the cell range, that is A1 to B3. This is the absolute, that is A1 to B3. Then we have also talked about chapter number 6, presenting data visually, means how to present the data. There are 4 topics, that is 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4. 6.1 is creating the charts based on the worksheet data. There are total 11 types of charts that is available in the Excel 2010. Then how to use, how to draw the chart. There are multiple steps available by using this one. Then how to switch rows and columns. Then how to apply the layout and the style. There are different layouts available, different styles available, and how to change them, how to apply them. And how next is how to move and size the chart. You can either move to the new sheet or to the object in the sheet that is already available. Then how to move the selected chart to a chart sheet. Then how to edit the data. Whenever we edit the data, then the automatically chart will change. Then how to configure chart elements, how to add the chart title, display data labels. Then 6.2 is how to insert and format the manipulate the clip art. Clip art is contains variety of diagrams, figures that I am using. If I am searching for the flower, multiple options are available. I can insert the data. Then how to insert and modify the smart art diagrams. These are smart art diagrams. How to insert, how to add the text, how to change the layout, how to delete. Then how to insert and format shapes. There are multiple shapes available. We can format the shapes and we can access or use the shapes. Then 6.3 is how to create and modify the images. We can insert any kind of image that is available in my computer. How to insert, how to move. Then last topic is how to apply the sparklines. Sparklines are the single cell chart that summarizes the contents of the cell. This is a single line cell. This is a single line chart. How to create, multiple steps are available. So that's all for today's session. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, then please text the questions and I will answer you. In the next class, that is on Monday's class, I'm going to cover chapter number 7 and the chapter number 8 of the Excel. And then Excel part is over. From the Tuesday onwards, I will be taking your MS PowerPoint, that is Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. So for Monday, there are two chapters, chapter number 7 and the chapter number 8 of the Microsoft Excel 2010.